I don't care. I'm just going to say it. I don't give a shit. Porn makes you fucking weak. I mean, you probably already have discipline. You track your macros. You lift heavy. You go to the gym even when you don't feel like it. You're trying to build something, a career, money, muscle, status, competence. So then here's the question. Why are you letting a little glowing rectangle control your life? And this is not a porn is a sin video. That's too easy. You already know that. This is about strength. Because if you're serious about becoming dangerous in the right way, strong, stable, capable, then we need to talk about the one habit almost no one wants to challenge. Pornography makes you fucking weak. Not metaphorically, neurologically, psychologically, and spiritually. And you know it. You feel it. That weird drop in energy, that slight fog, that quiet sense that you didn't level up, you numbed out. You would never drink a gallon of soda every night and call it fuel, but you'll flood your brain with dopamine and call it normal. Porn is sexual junk food. That's all it is. It's hyperstimulation without effort. It's reward without any risk. Intimacy, if you can call it that, without any responsibility. And your brain does not know the difference between earned reward and artificial afterward. It just registers the spike and then it adjusts, which means the next time you need more novelty, more intensity, more stimulation. You start searching the fucking weird shit. That's how dopamine works. Now let's address the lie we've all been taught. Men have needs. No, men have urges. They have desires. A need is oxygen, water. Sex is not oxygen. You will not die if you don't jerk off this week. You'll be a little uncomfortable, a little restless maybe, a little distracted. Well, good. That's called energy. And disciplined men don't discharge energy immediately. They direct it towards something. The same drive that makes you want sex is the drive that makes you build companies, conquer markets, lift heavy, and pursue women. And someday protect the family. If you constantly bleed it off into pixels, you never develop any command over it. And command is the whole game. Because here's what pornography really trains. It trains you to be a weirdo, a fucking spectator, a consumer, a watcher, not a participant, not a leader. Marriage, relationships, real intimacy requires the exact opposite. Presence, self-control, sacrifice, patience, endless patience. And Christianity is not anti-sex. Don't give me that shit. Inside marriage, it basically says, go all in, do whatever you want. It's not timid, it's not weird, it's not repressed. But it does say this, sex belongs inside a covenant. Why? Because covenant transforms appetite into meaning. Pornography removes meaning and leaves only appetite. And you end up a fat fuck before you even know it. An appetite without structure just keeps growing and growing and growing. It never shrinks, which brings me to something uncomfortable. Look at the story of this fucking weirdo Jeffrey Epstein. That scandal wasn't about sex. It was about appetite plus power plus unlimited money plus zero restraint. Nobody wakes up at 40 and suddenly becomes monstrous. It's incremental. It's small compromises. It's private indulgence scaling with public success. If you can't control yourself when temptation is free and digital, what makes you think you'll control yourself when you have all the money in the world? Because money doesn't fix character. It only amplifies it. If you're undisciplined at 22, you'll be a dangerous fucking weirdo at 42. And here's the part that hits hardest. Porn changes how you see women. Not in a good way. You don't notice it immediately, but slowly, real women become less interesting, less dramatic, less exaggerated. And intimacy feels slower, if not impossible altogether, because real intimacy requires vulnerability. Porn requires nothing but a cell phone. No courage, no risk of rejection, no emotional exposure, just consumption. And men who consume too much stop building anything. Now let's go deeper. This is really about attention. Whatever constantly holds your attention forms your heart. And whatever forms your heart becomes your God. You already know attention is not neutral. If you scroll for 2 hours, you feel scattered. If you read something meaningful, you feel a little bit sharper. Pornography trains your attention towards fragmentation, clips, novelty, endless options. And that fractures your ability to focus on one woman, one mission, one life. It's not just about sex, it's about becoming incapable of covenant. If you want to be a man who can say, this one, this path, this responsibility, and then actually mean it and do it and execute it, you cannot build that muscle while training yourself in endless novelty. Now, I'm not naive. You're not going to quit because someone wagged a finger at you. You quit because you decide you're done being ruled by something small. You're no longer eating shitty food. So here's the challenge. For the next 30 days, no porn, not because you're ashamed, but because you're testing your strength. And then notice what happens to your focus, your energy, your drive at the gym. Notice whether you feel clearer. And when the urge hits, and it will, don't panic. Just sit with it. Feel it. Redirect it. Maybe text the girl back or get some flirting going on a conversation so you can go out sometime with her. Work out, build something, call a friend, pray. Yes, pray. Not because it's religious, but because it's a form of control. Your own mental control. Prayer trains your mind to choose what it attends to. That's masculine discipline. So here's the closing truth. You're not an animal. You're not a slave to impulse. You're a dude with agency, a man with agency. And if you cannot govern yourself, nothing else you build will ever stand. Pornography is not primarily a moral issue. It's a governance issue. And men who want power must first demonstrate self-command. You have more discipline than that. So fucking act like it.